Now, today I have a super serious question that I have to ask you guys. Why do we turn to God? Now, if you're honest with yourself, you would understand that if we are happy and when our life is full of bliss and we're getting all the riches out of life, nobody actually turns to God. But it is only when we have a problem and life gives us an obstacle, we often turn to God and join our hands. Now, this is the main reason why many learned scholars or philosophers say that God is created by man. But I'm not here to accept or deny their claims. Rather, as we had seen in my previous videos, the Bhagavad Gita always has a different perspective than what any mortal man has given so far. So now let's take a look at all the other religions, including Hinduism. If you consider Hinduism too to be a religion, it is a central theme of surrendering to God, and God would take care of you completely. But that is the key word, surrender. Now, in this verse, Bhagavad Gita tells you what the true meaning and definition of surrender really is. Now, before we understand what is surrender, let us understand the nature and behavior of people. A learned, wise scholar says that I have verily nothing left to learn in this universe. A leader says that my perspective is always right. A parent always imposing their values and thoughts onto their younger ones. And the worst of all, a person believing that information leads to knowledge and wisdom. That is the same problem what Arjuna had on the battlefield. He was having this grief and despair and life full of problems that he did not know anything to do. So he joined his hands and said, "Help me." So what is surrender really mean? And for this, I'd like to tell you a story if I could be afforded a bit of your time. Now, back when I was a little kid, around 7th grade or 8th grade, or around the time when my math marks started to dive down a little bit, when I came back home to my grandmother's place, she used to say, if you work hard and if you pray to God for getting good marks, you would eventually succeed in passing your math test. So I had a problem of maths. So I started joining my hands and praying every day that I should somehow pass the math test. And it was not just blind prayer, I did work too, but eventually that clicked. And from there on, a light switch went in my head like, okay, so if we ask anything to God, we are getting it. So I thought that was the true meaning of surrender. So every little other thing, all the desires and everything that I had in mind, all that I asked in prayer. So everything that I asked in prayer was, I need this, I want this, I wish this, I desire this. And when I read this 7th verse from the 2nd chapter on what really surrender means, it is not about any of the material benefits or happenings of the whole world. Because if you're doing that, you're using your belief of the Supreme to attain your little desires and wishes. Rather, the true meaning of surrender is the ardent wish for certainty. Now, the main focus of an uncertain mind is to wish and aspire for certainty. It is the first step of realizing one's unreason, which creates the development to reason. To realize, to understand the imperfection that one has is the premier stepping stone towards perfection. And now here Arjuna has a different set of doubts on the battlefield, much like what we all have in our lives. We all pray to God for our little material benefits and gains, which means we are creating a God through our beliefs and using that. And this is where the mistake happens in believing that information leads to knowledge. Information can be gained through any reliable source, but knowledge is gained through experience. And that experience is what surrendering to God is. And to quote one of a wise man, actually it is not wise, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, Socrates, who once said, true wisdom is to know that you know nothing. And this is the reason why I didn't call him wise. True wisdom means that you know nothing. That acceptance of ignorance is what surrender really means. And that is what the Bhagavad Gita also says. You understand, you realize that you're ignorant and you do not know everything that this world has to offer. And if you do that, that is divine. Now make no mistake, for every person who is aspiring for the truth and wisdom, at start it brings about an intolerable amount of sadness. But as the popular saying goes, as we are going on this journey to pursue light, the darkness within us resists. So it is the supremacy within us for the fight between light versus darkness. So the question from this verse that the Supreme asks is, what is the purpose of your surrender? Do you realize and accept your ignorance? Now don't you forget, guys, it will always lead the way, and all you have to do is free your mind. Now while you do that, don't forget to hit this subscribe button right here so that you could join us in this wonderful journey. Click here to view our most recent upload, and as always, thank you for watching, and until the next episode, it is goodbye.